I just got back from Trader Joe's. We're gonna make 5 easy and delicious vegan recipes using these ingredients. All these recipes are in a free Trader Joe's ebook I created. Click the link in the video description to download or scan the QR code on your screen. Let's get started with the first recipe, a teriyaki noodle stir fry. I'm gonna start by prepping the tofu. I've already drained it, and now I'm gonna cut it into cubes. Now I'm going to skip the pressing step just because, that adds at least an extra 20 minutes, and these are supposed to be easy recipes. However, you can press your tofu if you prefer. I'm gonna cube the tofu into bite-sized pieces and then transfer it to hot oil. We just need a little bit of oil at the bottom of the pan to pan fry it on all sides. Now this does take some time, which is why we're starting early, but we wanna make sure our tofu is browned and crispy on all sides. Once the tofu is all in the pan, make sure that none of the pieces are stuck together. They need space to be able to cook and get crispy. I also love making crispy tofu in the air fryer. It's even easier and you use less oil. If you want that recipe, I've linked it in the description box down below. Once one side of the tofu is golden, you can give them a flip, and we'll check on it occasionally, but for now we're gonna move on to prepping our vegetables for the stir fry. This is the easy part. Our tofu is looking nice and crispy now. I'm gonna transfer it to a plate, and we're gonna cook the vegetables in this same pan. If you're making this dish and your tofu's not ready when the veggies are, feel free to use 2 separate pans. This pan already has oil, so just add the aromatics, and once they're tender, we'll add our bok choy. Now we're gonna add these Thai wheat noodles. I like these because they're chewy, and they're already cooked. You don't have to cook them. Just open the box and add them to your veggies. You see these noodles are like vacuum packed and they're in a single block. Well, we're gonna add our liquid in the form of our soyaki sauce to soften them up and complete this dish. Make sure you shake it first. And then we're gonna pour about half the bottle over the noodles. These noodles need to warm up and kind of soak up some of the liquid before they come apart. I don't want to just break them in half with my spatula. So I like to kind of cover them, try to submerge them in the liquid and cover them with some of the vegetables to aid in that process of falling apart and becoming actual noodles, not just a block of noodles. So be patient, it might take around 5 minutes. Looks so freaking delicious. Let me get some tofu. That right there, it's real good. It's real good, we like it. Restaurant quality, inexpensive, and easy to make. Okay, that's why we love Trader Joe's. Now we're gonna make the soul bowl, or as I like to call it, the soul bowl. First person to get that reference, leave it in the comments below, gets a free signed copy of my cookbook, okay? US residents only. Let's move on. Let's start by prepping our sweet potatoes. You can leave the skin on if you like, but I'm going to peel mine off. Yes, you can eat the sweet potato skin. It actually has a lot of nutrients in it. Nana cracked me up on our Supper Club Live when she was shocked to learn that you can eat sweet potato skin, but it actually has a lot of nutrients in it. I just don't love the texture, so that's why I'm peeling mine, but it is edible. Okay, Nana? It's edible. Okay, place the sweet potatoes on a parchment-lined baking sheet, then add oil, salt, and garlic powder. Give them a toss, and then roast at 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes until they're tender and crispy on the edges. While the sweet potatoes cook, we're gonna make our barbecue tempeh. This is really easy. I will say it is preferable that you let the tempeh marinate in the barbecue sauce a couple hours to overnight, but I'm gonna show you how to cook it even faster without having to marinate it. Basically, you're just gonna cook it in the sauce. It's gonna be delicious. Tempeh is fermented soybean cake. You can use tofu instead if you prefer it, but I like tempeh because it has a meatier, firmer texture, and it's still so good for you. It's a wholesome food. It's just soybeans squished together. And if you watched my video about gut healthy foods, you know that tempeh is one that I recommend because it is rich in probiotics. I'm crumbling the tempeh up into small bite-sized pieces. You can use a knife to slice it into cubes or even thin slices if you'd like, but I think the crumbles have the best texture and soak up the most of the barbecue sauce. Place the tempeh in a saucepan, followed by the barbecue sauce. Make sure to completely cover all of the tempeh, and then we're gonna transfer it to the stove. We are just gonna let the tempeh simmer away in this barbecue sauce for about 20 minutes until our sweet potatoes are finished cooking. So the other last thing that we need to do is to steam our corn. Just place the corn in a steam basket and steam it for about 5 minutes. The fire roasted corn from Trader Joe's is my favorite. All those charred bits give it so much flavor. But you can use regular frozen corn as well, or fresh corn because it is summer. Now I'm just gonna chop up the lettuce and we can put together our bowls. Place the lettuce, corn, roasted sweet potatoes, and barbecue tempeh in a bowl. Pour some dressing over the lettuce and voila. Trader Joe's has an assortment of vegan dressings. Use any one you'd like, but today I really wanted to try the green goddess dressing. It's pretty good. And just like that, we have a balanced soul bowl with the tempeh for protein. Our grain is the delicious fire roasted corn, and our starchy vegetable, plus we got our greens, honey, balanced, easy, and delicious. Now we're gonna move on to the quesadillas. This is Baby J's favorite. We make it all the time for her, and Trader Joe's has all the ingredients that we need. You'll notice I don't have my cutting board out for this recipe because we don't need it. The only prep is to drain and rinse the beans. We're gonna fill our wheat tortillas with vegan cheese. I'm using the Trader Joe's mozzarella. They used to have a Mexican one, but they don't have it anymore. So we're using the mozzarella and we're gonna fill it with some beans. If you wanna add vegetables and make this more of a balanced meal, adding it to the quesadilla is a great idea. I would recommend the Trader Joe's kale, and it'll cook down in the quesadilla. It's really nice texture, very good. I know not everybody has a bacon press, or I like to call it a mushroom press or a quesadilla press, but it is so handy for making quesadillas or your grilled vegan cheese sandwiches because it just adds weight and helps your food cook better and get nice and crispy on the bottom. When you flip it, perfection. If you don't have one of these, then you could just put a heavier cast iron skillet or another pan right on top of your quesadilla. That's it. It's so easy to make these vegan quesadillas. I do like to top it with a little bit of spicy cowboy caviar, just for a little hint of heat and also a little bit more texture. But that's really it. So easy. Some of you guys might know I'm allergic to cashews, and all of the Trader Joe's vegan cheeses are now made with cashew. They used to have the Mexican one, which wasn't, but this is for Baby J, not for me. When I do make my quesadillas, which I love quesadillas, I use another brand of vegan cheese. I use BioLife or Daya or Follow Your Heart. Those are all nut-free. Now we're gonna make a pasta bolognese using Impossible ground beef. You guys know I'm not the biggest consumer of artificial meats. However, this is a recipe that I make often when we're traveling, and Trader Joe's is the grocery store that I shop at. It's filling, it's high in protein, and the meat eaters, they love it. So I have a great lentil ground meat on my website if you want to try it with that. Plus, I have a vegan bolognese in my cookbook, Vegan Vibes, and you can try that recipe too. For this, we're using Impossible ground beef, pasta from Trader Joe's, and the Trader Joe's marinara. They've got a lot of options for tomato sauce, so just make sure whichever one you choose, is vegan. I've made that mistake in the past. I'm gonna start by mincing some aromatics. I've got onion, bell pepper, and garlic. I like to make sure that these are minced finely so that we don't have big chunks in our tomato sauce. You could skip this and just do the tomato sauce and the ground beef. However, I really think the aromatics add a lot more flavor and great texture to the overall dish. I'm gonna saute the vegetables until they are tender and the onions are translucent. Then add the impossible meat. Break it up with your spatula and let it cook and sort of firm up. You'll see that the texture is kind of pasty right out of the package, but as it cooks, it will turn from red to brown and the texture will improve. I'm also going to cook the pasta. I'm adding it to salted boiling water. Once the impossible meat is totally crumbled and browned, add the tomato sauce. Stir in the tomato sauce, deglazing the bottom of the pan, and let that cook for a couple of minutes just to warm the tomato sauce up before adding the pasta. Drain the cooked pasta and transfer it to the bolognese sauce. Toss it well and then serve. That was super easy, and this is the perfect recipe for your meal prep. Lastly, we're gonna make a dumpling soup using a few simple ingredients, starting with our mushrooms. I bought shiitake mushrooms. I love their texture and flavor. We're gonna start by slicing them up. Remove the mushroom stems, and you can save these to make a broth if you'd like, or put them in the compost. Slice up your bok choy and then saute your mushrooms and bok choy stems. Once those are tender, add the dumplings, frozen spinach, and the miso ginger broth. Remove it from the heat and serve hot. I like to garnish with a little bit of chili crisp and a couple splashes of rice vinegar to balance out all of the flavors. I found the perfect soup spoon for this soup. It's our last recipe of the day. It's dinner time, and oof, it's cozy and comforting. Ooh, it's hot, but wow, really good. Spicy. All of these recipes are available in the free Trader Joe's ebook that I put together. There's a link to download it in the description under this video, or scan the QR code on the screen. Let me know which one you're gonna try first. I gotta say, I got this idea when I was in Philly and I was making the bolognese and the stir-fried noodles, so I'm really biased, especially to the stir-fried noodles. I can't wait to have that with this dumpling soup for dinner. Let me know what you guys are gonna make first. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.